Hello, everyone. Thanks for taking some time to listen in today about our exciting new product, the Byte Score. My name's Eric Hamilton, and I am a program officer over here at Byte, and I'll be the moderator for today's discussion. I want to introduce our speakers for today. Please welcome former Special Agent with Homeland Security Investigations and our investigative subject matter expert, Michael Ronayne. And then we have Senior Byte team member Ann Retho. And before we kind of get into our whole discussion on the Byte score, I just want to talk a little bit about the Byte platform as a whole. Here at Byte, we do two things. We have a back-end AI-based trade data platform with hundreds of millions of records that informs our customers' analysis and drives our compliance and risk management tools. We take the output of the AI model, consolidate the larger list of compliance data, and make it all available to the public through a very easy to use web app. The web app known as Byte offers a cost-effective toolbox for trade and transaction compliance. We provide a low-cost, efficient way for customers to mitigate their trade risk. So today we're going to be talking about the Byte score and a few use cases as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Anne.
Great. Thanks, Eric. So let's jump in. As Eric said, we recently released the Byte Score, which allows users to crawl across official watch lists and trade control lists that are mapped to HS codes and also the byte list. And the Byte Score returns a downloadable report or a report that you can view on your screen that is the total score for an entity or commodity based on the number of hits returned. So I'm going to take a few minutes to walk through how this works and how it makes your trade compliance and due diligence efforts easier. One thing to mention from the beginning is that this is all available via API, so you can get the Byte score returns via API, and we're happy to walk you through that anytime. You can request a demo on our website. But for today's purposes, we're going to show how this is done in the simple, easy to use web app. So the first thing you can do is head over to our website and click login right here. And then you can enter your information, or if you don't have an account with us yet, you can register and get that set up. So when you first log in, this is the dashboard of the app. I'm not going to walk through all of the modules today, but if you want to see any of those are available on our website or past webinars also. We've talked about each of those modules. So for today, we're just going to click on the Byte score. And as you can see, it opens this basic form. You can enter the name of the entity you're searching on, and you can enter as much or as little detail as you'd like on the entity. And then down here, we have a space to put in the commodity. You can put either the commodity description or the HS code. We also have fuzzy matching available, and you can hover over this little tooltip, and it talks through what those mean. It's an easy toggle on off. And I'm going to go ahead and use an example now. So today we're going to be looking at PT Technology Asia, and I'm going to enter in an HS code here, 854233, and get score. And easy and instant. I have a record count over here of 15. This is not on any type of a scale. So this is just the number of hits returned across all of the data sets in the app that the Byte score hits on. And I'll walk through those shortly. So let's take a look at the returns now. So you can look at the entity results and the commodity results. So as you can see up here, the entity score is 2, and we've returned 2 results down here. You can open them up and view the full record to see the details of that hit. And I'll let Mike speak to these just in a moment. But we can also look at the commodity results. And again, our score on the commodity was 13. And now we have 13 results down in this page. And again, we can open up these records and see the full record. So just going back to the entity results, I'm not the expert that Mike is, but if I saw these results, it would raise some red flags for me, but I'll hand it over to Mike now to walk through exactly what these results mean.
Thanks, Ann. Let's take a look at some of these results to see, open some of the records and see exactly what they mean. And the first thing we see here, one of the very first blocks we see is the fact that this company is listed, PT Technology Asia Limited, is listed by the Bureau of Industry and Security, BIS, but that's basically the U.S. Department of Commerce. So PT Technology Asia resides on their entity list. The entity list essentially means that is a foreign party who's prohibited from using or from receiving a U.S. commodity. So trade is typically prohibited with these parties. So as a U.S. business, it's critical to understand that first and foremost, your custom, maybe if there's someone listed, you obviously want to be very critical in how you move forward with that trade. All right, so let's look at now the commodity. So we looked at the potential consignee for this, say PT Technologies requested a good and they are requesting something that's under HS code 8542-33. So one of the filters in BITE is a list of high priority items that have been found on the battlefield in the Ukraine. And they specifically correlate to military systems that Russia is using in Ukraine. So when you look at HS code 8542.33, that correlates to electronic integrated circuits or amplifiers. But the critical part of this is that this is also a commodity that's being found on the battlefield. So again, as a member of the trade community, this is something that you would want to be aware of. Where is your product going? What is it being used for? Is there the potential that it could be transshipped, re-exported, or is it something that can be used in a military system? So all critical information and absolutely things to be aware of as a member of the trade community.
Great. Thanks, Mike. And I'm just going to quickly scroll through the other returns here to show the different data sets that this HS code is hitting on. And then just for background, I will head over to highlight all of the data sets within the platform. So in our watch list module, when you run an entity in the byte score, it is searching against all of these lists that are regularly updated, some of which are checked hourly, just to make sure that your due diligence is up to date. So I'm scrolling through these quickly. If you need to take a closer look, you can pause the video. So those are the watch lists. And then when you enter a commodity description or an HS code, it's hitting on all of these lists that again are global. So some are from the US. There are EU lists like the one that Mike went into, and some are also proprietary lists. And again, you can pause to read these more closely. We do have forced labor lists as well. And then finally, the byte score does run against the byte list as well, which includes the byte list, which is developed by byte team. It includes second and third tier trade relationships with watch listed or forced labor associated entities, PEPs, and a few other lists. And just heading back to the results, because we did see the byte list showing up here. As a note, typically entities on the byte list are not officially listed anywhere else, but the exception to this rule is that if they're on the byte list first, we don't remove them. So if we open up this record here, we can see that this was added to the byte platform on October 2nd, and it was not added by BIS until October 6th. So because of this, we haven't removed it from the byte list, but it does show that, as you search the byte score, if you see things returning on the byte list, while it may not be officially sanctioned, you may be a few days ahead of an official sanction. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at this. And you can see that this was updated on 10/16 because we do go back in and just make a note that it is officially listed now, so that that's all in one place as you are reviewing the returns on this hit. So this that concludes the demo of this bite score. So we just are trying to provide an easy to use, efficient way to check your end use and end users.
So, Ann, just to wrap up, I'd just like to make one final point. Um, as an agent charged with investigating trade violations for the U.S. government for over 20 years, I understand the importance and how critical it is for businesses to be compliant. Currently, watch lists, denied parties, denied entities are changing at an extremely quick pace. Entities are added to the various lists almost on a daily basis, it seems. So it's critical that as a member of the trade community, you're aware of the changing lists, aware of who you can trade with, who you cannot trade with, aware of how your commodity is classified, aware if there's any issues potentially with your commodities. So by utilizing Byte and by utilizing the Byte Score module within Byte, it gives the trade community an opportunity to meet the set government standards for trade. The government holds the trade community to specific standards to ensure that they are reasonable in their transactions. And by utilizing the Byte score and the Byte module, um, a user can be assured that they've met the government standards and in most cases even surpassed what's expected for the trade community.
Great. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Anne. Really appreciate it. Um, and just a note, if you want to learn more about our analysis or see how we identify entities and add them to the byte list, you can head over to the blog on our website. If you're interested in a demo of the platform, you can also reach out to us there on our website at bytedata.io, or you can email us at byte@newborders.com. We do offer a free 5-day trial of the app as well, and you can sign up for that at app.bytedata.io. And I can show you really quick uh, how you can access that from our website as well. What Anne was showing earlier, you just go to bytedata.io, log in, and then you can just register for a new account here. So once again, thank you all for listening in today. Thanks to Mike, thanks to Anne, and we hope to hear from you soon to talk more about Byte.